He's got one of the best level 30s in the game.
The battle begins.
Both of his level 25 talents are absolutely amazing, as go for his 20 talents here. Henzer, well, you go for the... Later you come back for the agility once you're... Very powerful hero, Phantom Lancer.
The thing with Phantom Lancer, it just feels like even if you shut him down and he gets that diffusal blade, like there's always a chance. Like he is not someone that you lose faith in until you get that diffusal blade and then you get blown out. Because you can have that one good fight and all of a sudden, well, Phantom Lancer had one good fight, he's back in the game, he's got the diffusal blade, he's ready to go.
Skylark dropping a little bit of BM, not that happy that they're power cogs. We actually see the courier go down already.
So, tell me about these matchups too. First of all, you've got the Enchantress as well as the TA over mid trying to harass Weehaw, giving him a hard time. Lil is really up in his face with Impetus level 1. Then you've got Miracle who's shifted over. Oh, Weehaw! I think he's just gonna die for this. Why not?
Lil's gotta be careful.
Lil?
Enchantress doesn't have very much armor HP, but you do have a lot of moves, especially with these dudes.
Ooh, Impetus shots, yeah, he's gonna get it. Static Link or not. Lil comes in.
Lil letting his gameplay doing the talking.
I feel like for Lil's sake, somebody's got to come up with a voice line that's basically just, my actions spoke louder than my words. So he could spam that literally all the time.
I love how we played that one. He just harasses them with the level 1 Impetus. It is so strong right now. He has to be a little bit careful. He's got a lot of movement speed, but so does Clockwork. Fortunately, Clockwork did not get the boots first. That's something that I was seeing a lot of while I was casting the South American game. Starting to become more popular in these patches is you see these position 4s, even some position 5s. They grab boots as their first item because they want to move between the mid lane and whatever side lanes to harass. And Lil's doing that so well right now.
Yeah, having that early level 2, he's got Enchant available, which is not only great because, one, obviously you can enchant something, but the slow early, I feel like, is so devastating.
The slow, being able to enchant creeps, it's... Enchantress has an amazing kit. Like, it does so much damage now. If you're able to grab like a Harpy Stormcrafter, unfortunately you don't get it for a very long time, 30 seconds. You have a joke among a couple players that you were playing a worse version of the Harpy Stormcrafter when you were playing Zeus.
Battery assault from GH, moving over at Lil, but that's not going to be allowed to happen as the Mud Golem turns around and throws a rock in his face, keeping him away from the Enchantress. But again, now they've got the Enchant, they've got the Golem wailing away at GH. Lil might want to be careful, though. Going into the hands of Kuroki and GH might be too much for him to handle.
Beautiful Golem split up into 2 golems after it expires, and of course he just chucks another 2 boulders at him, another 150 magical damage. It's gotta hurt. Yeah, pretty low one
to deal with.
It just does so much damage, this Impetus Enchant combo, but again, he is going through quite a bit of mana doing this. Let's take a look at some of these other lanes. Even though I imagine top is where a lot of this action is going to be.
It seems like it with Lil not only being around, but 3 heroes there for the side of NIGMA. Mid seems to be pretty stable now that Lil is not in the mix, as well as now bottom. What I was trying to ask before, we kind of got caught up in the first one with Weehaw, was that they swapped Miracle and Mind Control. Mind Control's sitting here bottom, as well as Skitter, he's here bottom. He's in an off lane. So both teams swapping their lanes. Who got the better of the musical lanes that both teams went through?
I think as long as, well, this answered the question for you, considering that Kuroki is teleporting down here to bottom. You don't want this Timbersaw to be harassed out at the first couple of levels. Ooh, speaking of harassed out.
Flame break. Yeah, 3 stacks of sticky napalm. They're chasing Spartan away, and at least Skitter to get hit by Whirling Death, but no kill there onto this Disruptor. You gotta still be careful, though. 5 stacks of sticky napalm, now 3 on the Morphling. Let yourself get too many stacks, and all of a sudden, you're just gonna be chased and killed. And they look over, they get the kill on the Spartan, they look over at Skitter, who really needs to be careful, because I just feel like once you get to 3 or 4 mark on sticky napalm sacks, you're putting yourself into a lot of danger.
Yeah, that's when you're stuck in the infinite, so to speak. Your movement speed is slowed down so much that you're just able to get more and more of these stacks off on you. His SSA Spartan comes back with a full HP and full mana and a salve for Morphling. So, Peter, not unhappy about his ally's death.
Mind Control backing off. He's out of mana. Right now he's actually got 2 Ironwood branches, an Orb of Venom, and a Quelling Blade going into a Soul Ring and holding on to all that gold for right now. Is there any contemplation away from this Soul Ring, or is he just holding the gold to buy out at once?
There might be a little bit of contemplation. I mean, there's not really tons of use of getting the individual items. For maybe the Ring of Health would help a little bit. Only gauntlets will give you a tiny, minuscule amount of magic, HP magic resist. Very minuscule. Might just be thinking about it, but it's a super good item on Timbersaw, so yeah, might as well. The item pays for itself. It's like a poor man's Midas. Timbersaw.
Hopefully it pays off in leaps and bounds. Meanwhile, Lil, a little bit of revenge there for Weehaw. As Will comes over one too many times, he goes back to the well. And we'll end up dead, going silent for a couple more seconds. And Kuroki gotta be a little bit careful on his positioning. Glimpse available as GH actually tries to just steamroll towards Spartan. He's gonna come back. They've got kinetic field. Kuroki taking a lot of damage. Skylark doesn't have overwhelming odds for a couple more seconds, and the Fairy Fire is eaten there by Kuroki, but the overwhelming odds will hit two heroes, and they'll get the kill. Now into the duel onto the Phantom Lancer. This is not enough damage. Skylark getting really aggressive with it, and Miracle thinks about turning his attention.
He's spitting him out. Oh, okay, never mind. Not enough damage. That looked like it would have been a kill for Skylark right there, but apparently I can't count damage that fast. I'll work on it.
It's the NA math. We all get the excuse when we live here, and I had no idea how much he was going to hit for, so...
Not so good, educated.
Exactly. If you can do the math on the fly like that, come cast with me.
I'll play Dota if I can do the math on the fly like that. Player instead of caster.
So we're getting to about that 7.5 minute mark. Taking a look over at the TA of Borneo, and he's currently sitting second on the net worth behind his own Morphling of Skitter, but he's doing a good job. And you know, sometimes you'll see a TA who not only actually duel comes out on a Miracle. They get the victory and they get the kill. They only lose Spartan for this. The chase is on to Skylark, but he should be able to get onto the tower. The question is, how far are they willing to go? Cheech takes a big chunk of damage right there. Now he's under the tower. Throws out the rocket flare and thinks better of it, but here comes Lil. Looks over at Kuroki, throws the enchantment of the Bat Rider. It slows him down, but he's got no help in terms of damage output. And, well, they'll get the kill in a Miracle. They'll lose the Disruptor, and they have a 1,000 net worth lead. Back to Borneo on what I was trying to say is sometimes you'll see TAs kind of get shut out of their lane, but one of the best heroes in recovering from the mid lane.
Yeah. You're in a very bad place if you get to that position where you're very, very far behind. Again, I was watching some games yesterday where it was Death Prophet versus Storm Spirit. Death Prophet, you can lose that lane in CS. You're not in that bad of a play. You're always watch up to level 6. Storm Spirit, if you lose that lane super hard, though, he's basically kicked out of the game. Top lane. Still an engagement going on here.
Skitter moving forward after they get the kill on the floor. Gets credit for that one. Waveform forward. Skitter keeping up as he's morphing the Timbersaw, but he won't be able to do the damage. Meanwhile, now Will dies over mid. Weehaw gets double revenge out on him.
Deja vu right now, B-Cop. Feel like we've been in this place before.
I don't know if I have, but again, my memory is a little foggy right now. I haven't slept in a while, probably over 24 hours. I made the sacrifice to cover Chinese Dota. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm not happy with the result, but I was happy to make that sacrifice. I don't know where I am. Deja vu? Never heard of it.
But second time it changes, it died over there in the mid lane. Sucks. I was about to comment on more playing the top lane here. Didn't look like Skeeter is nearly as good of a timber saw as Mind Control. Some of these timber chains coming up for him were rather short range.
Glimpse on GH was trying to steal an outpost. That's not going to be allowed to happen. Well, hold on to the outpost. They'll get the kill. Skitter gets credit for that one. He's sitting top of the network still. But only just behind is the Templar Assassin. Going Blink Dagger first, which is an interesting build for Borneo because it's usually the Deso first item almost, I would say, 80% of the time.
Yeah, again, people want to go that Deso first because it gives you all that extra farming speed. It gives you all that extra pushing speed. So I'm not sure how I feel about this Blink Dagger first as well. He might change his mind once he gets a little bit closer to it, but considering he can buy the first Mythril Hammer right now when he isn't, a chance he just follows through with it.
Meanwhile, having the outpost over at bottom allows aggressive mode to send Skitter down there to work on this 2-1 tower. GH makes the rotation. Also get a TP out from Ruha trying to defend this, and FGH comes in. The duel is out onto the clockwork, but this knight might not work out in his favor. He doesn't have any damage left to throw. So Spartan loses his life as does Skylark. They'll look over for Skitter. GH, Miracle, and Weeha are all here searching, and now they've got the hook shot because GH is level 6. So Morphling will be the third to fall in this trio of deaths.
Yep. Over there in the top lane, just sticky napalm amongst the Disruptor, dive him under tower, and there's, well, Timbersaw is Mr. Dive, especially in the early game, so no getting away from him.
Mind Control. I feel like he's been very comfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, he's set up camp, he's here to stay, you know. 4 more years of Mind Control.
Man, he's just got to win that Iowa caucus. And he's up here in the top lane for 4 more years.
You love to see it.
Timber chain across Skitter. Will be TPing over towards top as they've got Borneo nearby. Kuroki getting hit by the Meld Strike. One more shot will get the kill. They've also got the glimpse on the Mind Control. That'll bring him all the way back. And the kinetic field static zone will lock him down for a moment. On top of that, they'll grab the duel and they'll get the kill. And it's a double there for aggressive mode on a 5-man rotation towards top.
Yep, and they just beat me to it. I was going to say it's not really worth it for aggressive mode to commit all these heroes to the top lane, which they're going to need to do to bring down the Timbersaw at this point. He's almost always going to have to stack 4 stacks of his reactive armor, using into the creep wave in the tower. And to rotate all your heroes up there is to create space for the rest of them. If they can snag themselves a kill on Kuroki when they're up here as well, it just makes it a little bit more Skitter.
Skitter again getting caught in a really bad spot, trying to get out of the battery assault, but there's just no way out of the hands of NIGMA, and now it might even get worse. Spartan, he tries to glimpse Mind Control back, maybe just saving his team in death. As it's another 2 kills here for NIGMA, but still just a 1,000 net worth lead.
Yeah. You come to Mind Control so that he brings his team.
Shot and ends on a Skylark. Static Link once again. Cox push Skylark a little bit further away. The Plasma Field comes out. They don't have the damage. They don't want to dive onto the tier 2 tower, especially with Weeha low on mana. GH on the run from Borneo, and Heroes coming back up for aggressive mode.
NIGMA deciding, alright, we're far enough up on the top lane. Let's rotate here to mid, maybe take the fight here. Doesn't look like they want to give this up on aggressive, even though it is only a tier 1. Again, give some a little bit more access to their jungle in the side of NIGMA. Not ready to give that up quite yet. I do like how NIGMA, I think they adapted faster than a lot of other teams at how they're playing the map once the shrines disappeared. They're not quite as willing to give up towers as a lot of other teams here.
Each getting surrounded. 3 heroes bottom with Skitter. That'll make it a 4th. They've got the duel out onto Weeha. The damage from Borneo as well as Skitter coming in with a waveform. Another duel victory for Skylark. He's got himself 30 duel damage just 15 minutes into the game.
Borneo proving us wrong here with the Blink Dagger belt. is always going to be in a decent position with these leagues because of it. Maybe it's less about making this the Templar Assassin game, more about making it the Legion Commander game. When you see the Templar Assassin come out and get that Desolator first, she's always going to be the star of the show. But with the Morphling on your team, Legion Commander at 30 to 15 minutes, I feel like it might be willing to take the back seat here. And this isn't just Blink Dagger first Legion Commander. You got Bracer, you got yourself Drums. You decided not to just be a walking duel. Walking, press the attack B spell you're talking about.
So, do you even go Blink Dagger here? Like, is that your next item after Phase Drums, or do you have the, you know, so many ways to close the gap right now? And especially when your TA is going to get involved, having that Desolator, you have the slow from the traps that could be thrown out. You have the ability to make up the space between you and whoever you're going on. Is it the Blink Dagger next for sure for Skylark, or would it be something different as he queues up the Blink Dagger, making this question sound stupider than it actually is?
Well, you can still ask things like that. Players don't always right away, but they don't fully commit to the items that they queued up and chop. A lot of the time they do. But I do think Blink Dagger is one of those items that's nearly a must-have on the Legion Commander. Again, being able to gap that distance. Can't stop myself short here because SA Spartan disappears.
He showed up to the wrong neighborhood, and everybody from NIGMA was ready to go. That was just everybody was ready. He tried to glimpse. He said maybe I had a chance, and well, yeah, shot into the face of this disruptor, and there's no chance that you're getting away from that one. Now, Borny, Meld Strike comes in. He needs to be careful. The impetus shots really do hurt, despite this being a support enchantress.
It took a lot of damage there.
Especially when I've just been traumatized by LGD failing to qualify for a closed qualifier the second time in a row.
It is one of your favorite teams, right?
Big Blaze fan over here. Don't know what you're talking about.
Forget LGD. Blaze is my new best friend, everybody.
They definitely played Mr. Steal Your B Cop as a big Blaze fan.
As I say, Spartan trying to get control of his jungle again and his shrine for that.
Hook shot comes in, he's not allowing it. You killed me here one time once before, and now I'll take your life as revenge. A lot of revenge in these spots, and as you were saying, Deja Vu. Lasso came out for a second, but the press the attack was there. They'll get the 2 on a GH, and they'll grab the kill. So 1 for 1 so far. Mind control. Needing to get down these stairs in a hurry. Skylark also, by the way, 40 dual damage. He is really building up a resume.
He's going to be pretty happy about this. Again, he opted not to go Blink Dagger first, but he's getting these duels off regardless, just because of the good position of his teammates to get that damage out for him during the duels. I think the reasons for that is that this Templar Assassin always seemed to be random and always able to get on top of these dual targets right away because of this Blink Dagger part. Again, I do prefer the Desolator over the Blink Dagger, the first item, as far as we know, but this isn't going to be the Bora. I think I'm butchering the name, and Chad is going to laugh at me for it.
I don't know. I thought they were laughing at me, so you know, I took a glance over. I was like, I guess I'm getting it wrong. We'll see.
We'll see. It's one of the two of us. We'll both stick by our guns. They can only laugh at one of us, right? Surely they're not cruel enough to get us both.
They might be, that's for sure.
But yeah, I definitely prefer the Desolator first build, but this isn't going to be the Templar Assassin show.
Although it feels like it could be, because he's picked up a Desolator and he's got the Imp Claw. So I feel like TA definitely has opportunities to pop off. And now there is the Blink Dagger for the Legion Commander, so you have that opportunity to initiate a Blink, get the Blink duel in there, Meld Strike it to follow it up, and all of a sudden it's gonna be a pain to fight against this aggressive mode roster.
Speaking of Templar Assassin, isn't she quite the hero that Clockwork can hookshot in, cogs her, she can get hit by a static field, and then get blink out?
Balance in all things.
Balance in all things. Refraction is a very good ability. Used to be back in the day, you could disable refraction by grabbing a little bit of venom. Stop myself short here.
Martin going down once again. Clear for that kill though. Timber chain across the bow of Lil, and now they'll give chase, but Skylark popping the drums to give them some space.
Lil trying to add a Phantom Lancer to his aggressive mode. But I was just saying at time. Oh, I spoke a little bit too soon.
Drill coming in, Borania getting the kill on a Kuroki. I was looking bottom for a split second. These kills are happening quick, and I am off the ball right now. But here's what I was talking about. Diffusal Blade coming out here for the Phantom Lancer, actually after the Mantis style. Sometimes you'll see like an all-in on the Diffusal Blade first if you find yourself too far behind, but they're actually up to 1,000 cores. They've been afforded this kind of space, and now they're going on the Skylark. Double damage out on the Miracle, a lot of damage from the Legion Commander trying to run over guys as well as the Static Storm Kinetic Field locking in two. Somehow Skylark escapes, and now they'll go for Miracle. He's in a lot of trouble, but Hookshot comes in from PH. Miracle still nearby, but not dead just yet. As he finally falls to Skidder, Borneo soon to follow. 2 years got inside of aggressive mode. Skidder trying to run. Battery Assault doing work here as Mind Control moves forward. Timber Chain coming over. And Skidder morphing into the strength. Skylark also dead. 3 years got inside of aggressive mode. They've got the glimpse. Can they get Mind Control out of the hair of Skidder? Or, well, the hair, the water of Skidder. Let's go with that. Wait for him into the trees, but still not out of the hands of Nigma just yet. And now he goes to the blade as well as the attacker strike over to this Batrider, but it's not going to matter. They've got him surrounded. They'll get the kill, and they'll take out a fourth. They will go over for a second at Spartan. Could make it a fifth. I think Kuroki was looking to go onto the high ground with the rest of his team, but they got glimpsed back, and now he'll actually end up losing his life instead.
4 to 5 heroes going down for aggressive mode. The tail end of that fight, it was actually Razor chasing down Legion Commander over to these trees over here, just trying to juke and drive around the trees, but unfortunately Razor way more movement speed than the Legion Commander. You're not able to get out of that and cut off cool juking around in those trees there. But beautiful fight taking out the NIGMA. You did lose the Phantom Lancer, it's your carry, but I think they sort of expected to have things like this happen to their. Again, they opted to go the Manta style first instead of the Diesel Blade, and one of those reasons is so that you can use your time disengaging from aggressive mode.
Dire are scanning.
It definitely seemed like the beginning of that fight, especially once they lost the Phantom Lancer, was a spot for them to win the fight. Where exactly did that fall apart? Because Skylark, he's low in that fight early, but when you take out the Phantom Lancer, one, he had a double damage, and he did most of his damage only over to Skylark. Like, where does that really start to fall apart for you for aggressive mode?
It was just the fact that you used so much to take down Miracle there. Again, he's got a more tanky build right now.
Looked for a duel. Didn't get the distance needed, but meanwhile over top, he'll take out the Templar Assassin. Miracle, he'll get himself a kill, and immediately they're TPing over to the outpost because they still want to fight this over towards mid. Beyond goes in, and that may have been ill-advised right into the Static Storm, and Evo came through, so they don't have the damage to get the duel victory, and Skidder just gets blown up by Mind Control. Weeha ends up dead. They look over, and Skylark Timber Chain across once again. One more shot to get the kill. It's actually the Battery Assault that'll do it. Trying to get out is Spartan, but he gets cleaned up by Miracle, and things really starting to fall apart for aggressive mode.
NIGMA just starting to come full force at them all over the map, and yeah, you can take down one of these heroes on they build these guys also tanky. Again, I feel like one of the reasons they opted to go this Manta style on the Phantom instead of anything else is you can actually get out of the static field and the kinetic field. Static storm kinetic field with the Manta style. You just Manta right through it. I know, balance in all things. Once he gets the Aghanim, problem. But you're tanky on him. The Razor, Heaven's Halberd first, gets that extra evasion, and he's able to shut down that Templar Assassin for a couple seconds as well. It's just all these factors that making themselves harder to bring down. The long sustained fights, the Clockwork and Batter keep to wear down the Miracle. That's what's going to happen. They haven't been able to do that. That's exactly what you want with the Templar Assassin. You want these fights to be very quick. You want to end them all with the first static storm. You're not able to do that, then they can do that on top.
Force that pull from Spartan up the low ground. The hook shot comes down from GH. Timber Chain out of the pit. And now they've left the Roach to kind of heal up a little bit. But it's to maybe get a couple of kills here and secure the last couple of blows. They get the kill on the Spartan as well. They look over at Skylark, who seems to have given up on his life here. And, well, he's dead as well. 2 heroes gone. Now nothing to worry about.
So, on top of that burst kill, you get 3 kills on aggressive mode. You gotta be pretty happy about that if you're...
Unfortunately, aggressive mode is seemingly sticking to their namesake a little bit too much. Keeper gets thrown at this Bat Rider, but they've got the lasso to kill Skitter, also dead. Right as they kill off Roche and they pick up the Aegis, they're also killing a Morphling. This is 11,000 in the favor of NIGMA all of a sudden.
Let's just look at the gold charts and XP charts real quick. This is a very quick spike. This hasn't been a gradual change. Already, Dota Plus given a 92% win rate for NIGMA.
Bornea might be in trouble. GH comes over. Technically, team wipe. They got the 3 kills over near the pit. Then they took out Skitter, followed up with a TA kill, and I'd consider that a full team wipe, losing absolutely nothing and gaining a second life.
You look at all these, he's playing so well right now. I think the only reason they're waiting right now is they're trying to get this card. I think it's a little bit of win there.
Over a little bit of shot comes in, and once again, Spartan is dead. He buys back immediately. BKB was caught by Weehaw going onto the high ground. They'll go after the tier 3 tower. Lil gets hit by the Phantom Lance, and let's see how well aggressive mode are able to defend. They've lost the tier 3 and the base has been broken.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Alright, Duras now compete on the Phantom Lancer, bringing this guy down. It's going to be a small task. You still have the damage for it, but again, you're going to need to commit so much that I don't think you're going to be able to deal with the rest of the heroes on NIGMA if you bring him down. I'm not sure that there's much aggressive mode can do at the moment.
Is there anything they can do to save the game? They look over at Spartan again. He just fought back. A glimpse away miracle, but it just seems like you're up against a rock and a hard place where you're now losing your second tier 3 tower and potentially your second set of racks if you don't make an aggressive move and try to defend your base.
I'm not sure there's any aggressive moves they can make. Any moves forward just result in all of them dying. This Phantom Lancer, again, he's got 3,400 HP. They showed how hard Razor was to bring down. They lost like, what, 3 heroes last time they tried to go on. And that was before he got the BK. They reached all these timings all of a sudden on NIGMA, and before that, he was
got the lasso coming through on a Skitter. BKB pops through by Lehigh. He's also got that one percent. They've locked him down long enough. Meanwhile, let's say Spartan will end up dead. He brought back earlier in this engagement, so that means he's gone for 63 seconds. No buyback. They'll look over at the mid-center racks once again. 3v5, and yeah, you're damn right NIGMA's going to try and dive and finish it. The BKB's been popped by Bornea. Is it going to be enough to even get a kill on a Weehaw? It doesn't even look like it. And now he blinks forward. Melt Strike comes in, and he finally gets it, but has he left himself in a vulnerable position? Cogs come through. Will's dead off camera. Mind Control gets the kill there. Bornea now needing to retreat, but he doesn't have a BKB to work with. And they're going to keep up with this Templar Assassin. GG will be called by aggressive mode. NIGMA take game 1 just 28 minutes in, and it'll be capped by a full team wipe.
It was like all of a sudden NIGMA just showed up. They reached their item timings. They decided, okay, now's the time to take the fight to the enemy team. And even though it was the Phantom Lancer who joined them, like his contribution, how hard he was to bring down for aggressive mode, I feel like that was the moment that they really slipped up and